Hey everybody, my name is Ryan Shear with Lebanon Now, and we have a special episode for you here. I love showing off local businesses, local innovation, and this episode's going to be no different. I am here with Don Anderson and Tommy Files, and we are going to talk some Preacher Boys barbecue sauce. And one of the things is when we had Tater Hogs on, you know, he said he exclusively used you guys and do that, and we kind of hooked up and started talking, and now we have you here. So tell me a little bit about the dynamic. You invented it.
Yeah, it was actually something we created over 15 years ago, 16 years ago, something like that. It actually started as never intended to bottle it. It started out as a recipe that I had of just the original, made it for friends, family, church stuff. I'm a chaplain for the police and fire department, and back then I would always make a batch, take it to the firehouse and also the police stations, and just kind of share it with them. They'd use it on their food as they're eating and stuff. And it was a great conversation starter because a lot of times being a chaplain and you're riding along with police officers, firefighters, they're not real chatty, but everybody loves to talk about food. So it gave an opportunity to really start those conversations, and grew a lot of great friendships out of that talking about it. But they kept telling me, you need to get this stuff bottled. And I'm like, not interested. I don't need another job.
Right. Yeah. My plate is full and covered in barbecue sauce. We're good.
And so it turned out to where finally one of them said, I've got a friend who actually makes some barbecue sauce for a restaurant that they have, and I can get a hold of their information for their co-packer. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So it ended up to where they give me the name, and I'm telling you, it turned out to be such a blessing because whenever we went to meet with him, just to talk, see how it would look and see what it would be about, it wasn't too long after that we began bottling. And I had one sauce, the original, and this guy put me in touch with the state of Missouri, with the Department of Agriculture, and they help promote small businesses with food. And so they told me, they said, well, from a marketing side, you're one guy with one sauce. Nobody's going to talk to you in the retail side because you're just going to be one bottle. But if you can come up with other flavors, that would be to your advantage. So we got together and I started talking to friends and finding out what flavors they'd like to see. And we had a lot of different input from that. Ended up with the 7 flavors that we had, and really started in that. And people just from right here in Lebanon, Danny and Nancy Rhodes, they love the onion in it because they would always take it and put onions in it. So we tried that at the co-packing plant. And I'll tell you, it turned out to be one of our biggest sellers. Another friend of ours, she's a diabetic. She said she used our sauce with and put pineapple in it so it wouldn't sweeten it up with sugar too much.
Right.
And it was something she could use. Did that. Others, the chipotle, a friend of mine, he took some chipotle peppers and put it in, and he said, try that. So we tried all kinds of stuff. And Jim Hughes was the guy that is a co-packer, and Tommy can tell you, Jim is probably one of the greatest resources we can have to be able to get a startup like this. And Jim has been in the business for a long time. He's at the Lake of the Ozarks, bottles for a lot of folks there at the lake, the restaurants and stuff, and even small businesses. And he really helped get us started into this. And all these years later, turned into 7 flavors that we had it in a lot of grocery stores, several chains that were carrying it, and mom and pop butcher shops and gas stations. And it was doing well through the years until I got really too busy to take care of it like it should be. And finally one day I decided I'm going to close up shop.
Just done.
It's been a good run. We've enjoyed it. Let me just finish out what I've got and then I'm done. And somehow Tommy and Kelly found out about it and called me one day and said, hey, we're hearing that you may shut down. And I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing it. And had never really met them, kind of knew who he was, but never had really met him. And he's like, we want to talk. And that's kind of went from there. I mean, for me, it was a labor of love. I learned so much about the industry, so much about the co-packing side, met so many great people, had a lot of great friends that helped us through this journey. And I mean, it was just really good, but it came to a point in time to where we had to just say, it's been a good run. It's time to let it go. But I am thrilled beyond belief that Tommy And Kelly Files has picked it up and decided to take it and continue to do with it, because it's to see what he's done with it in about a year is just amazing.
So Tommy, tell me, how did you become involved? Did you know Don before this?
So no, I didn't. I knew of him through the chaplain services, through the fire department, stuff like that. I recognized his name, but I didn't really know who he was. But so anyhow, I found the sauce. Kelly and I was at the Laclede County Fair, and the fire department was serving it over on some chicken. So boneless, skinless chicken wings on skewers, had some sort of sauce on it. Big old crowd around the tent. So we're like, what's going on over there? And so, usually it's funnel cakes, but this time it was meat. So anyhow, we got over there and we bought us some, tried it, and fell in love with it. It's like, this is phenomenal. Where do you get this from?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, you get it up there at the grocery store. So we was just consumers of it. We loved it.
Yeah.
And then so very passionate about it, even to the point where we would just buy some and give it to people that wasn't from in town.
Yeah. Like you got a local flavor, you got a local thing. Here's something.
Yeah. So it's kind of little treats, you just kind of, buy it and give it to them, for special events and occasions and stuff like that. So we was truly passionate about it. We loved it. And matter of fact, that's the only sauce that we had actually tried until I got to talking to Don about buying it. Because we didn't want to see it go anywhere. We wanted to stay local. And wanted to make it even more local, just promote it even heavier. But anyhow, he's like, have you tried the other flavors? And we're like, no, we haven't. And so we tried them, and there's 7 flavors, and we're still passionate, about the original, and that's the #1 seller at this point. So it's just really good stuff.
Well, as we keep talking, I want to try these, and we're going to keep talking. So we're going to start out with the original secret sauce. I see it is gluten-free on here. My wife, we mentioned this on every show, she's got celiac, so we're always looking out for that gluten-free stuff. And spices are big because a lot of times that gets slipped in because, they use different things. So walk me through, was it a conjoined decision between you and your wife, or did you just come home and like, hey, I'm buying a barbecue sauce?
We was at the lake and we bought some, and the guy said, hey, hurry up and get all you want because he's going to go out of business. We're like, say that again? And so anyhow, he's like, yeah, no, we just talked to him. You missed him like 10 minutes ago. I guess Don had been in there. And so I'm like, I've got to get his phone number and call him. So I just called him and approached him about buying it. And that's how the conversation started.
Yep. Yeah, I was actually on my way home from dropping off the delivery to that place, the butcher shop there at Kensington. And Tommy calls me before my wife and I even got home, and he's like, we need to talk. And I'm like, well, this is weird. And, and through all of this, one thing that I've always tried to not hide is the fact of who I am. I mean, I'm a pastor, but it's also something we've always tried to do things because we feel like God has opened up all these doors.
Yes.
God has done an amazing thing, led us through that chapter of our life. And when I thought, okay, that chapter's done, time to close the door, here Tommy brings it. And other people had approached me about possibly taking it on, but they wanted to change everything about it, wanted to change the names. And I'm like, I'm really not, it's okay, fine, but I don't want to ever just lose what I've worked so hard for. And Tommy just ended up saying, I don't want to change a thing. I just want to build on what you've started.
And that's what I was going to say. After tasting the original, man, that is good. That is a good, just solid barbecue sauce. The flavors come through. You can tell that whatever recipe that you were using, like I said, it's just solid. I don't know any other way to say that.
It's kind of like Sweet Baby Ray's. It's a sweet sauce. It's Sweet Baby Ray's, but I think better, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But, that one there's a good seller because it doesn't have any spice in it. So anybody, kids can eat it.
Yeah.
So.
And no, it's solid because when you get outside of Sweet, I like Sweet Baby Ray's. That's a good comparison. But you get to the other ones, they try to get special, fancy, or they, as far as an original sauce goes, a lot of times they taste, I don't want to say artificial. Right. But this doesn't. You can tell, you can hit the tomatoes, the vinegar, the spices. Like it is a good solid. So hand me the onion. I'm interested in that one.
So if if you like onions, then that's going to be your #1 seller.
So the onion is, my mom fell in love with the onion. So when we would go do tastings, my mom and dad, it was a family affair and friends that would come and try to help us. But when my mom would do it, we would be there with all the flavors, and she would be pushing the onion, trying to talk. And I'm like, Mom, there's 6 other flavors. She says, I don't care. The onion's the best.
Well, I can smell it. Like just as soon as. And my thing is, I live. My wife and my bonus kids, they all hate onion, or did when we took this adventure together, right? And I am all the time reducing and putting onions in, and they love them as long as they don't know about them.
Yep.
They'll know now.
So what we did is we doubled the amount of onion that's in it, and it's really good. Obviously, if you're an onion fan, that'll be your favorite. That'll be your go-to. But the other thing is it's just a good sauce.
I've had people tell me that the onion is like the best baked beans you'll ever bake.
I was thinking I want this on every hamburger I eat for the rest of my life. Like a good barbecue burger, this is what it needs to be.
I had a lady that she buys it all the time, and she said the other day, she goes, you can just throw the meat away. She goes, just give me the spoon and the sauce. And so, she'll walk by the refrigerator, I guess, and just lather it out there on her finger and eat it.
I had a firefighter tell me one time, he said, my son loves that sauce so much, he said I had to hook him up to an IV with it. And I thought, well, that's kind of stretching it, but he said they eat it all the time.
As I'm not adverse to doing things for likes and views, and people know that, I thought about chugging a bottle of this, and my doctor said not to. So I'm probably not gonna, but if I was, it would be that
You could, it's safe.
No, it's just my doctor's like probably not the best thing for you to do.
Right.
He hates that I do this show.
The next one we got there is chipotle. And
Yes.
so basically, if I said that right, chipotle. It's got just a pepper flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not getting into the hot yet, so it's just got a little bit more of something different, like pepper.
Just a little bit of heat.
A little bit of heat. And so, that's a popular seller as well. And
That on pulled pork, that's my favorite.
I was getting ready to say.
Oh, I'll tell you, I'll take a pulled pork sandwich right off the smoker and just put that on it. It works out great.
I was going to say there's subtle differences in between, and you can tell. Like the original one, that is just an all-purpose. There you go. The next one is every burger, and that's what I was thinking about this. Just nice pulled pork sandwich on that.
excellent.
So what's next, guys?
Next one's sweet with heat. So this is where we get into a little bit of the heat. It's not something that's going to burn your face off, but you will be able to taste your smoke on your meat. You'll be able to taste the flavor of the meat, and then there's a little bit of a backdoor kick that'll hit you, and then it just goes right away. It's kind of like wasabi. It just it's there for a bit, and then it's gone.
And we were talking beforehand because you usually try with spoons. I'm like, no, let's try with food and whatever, because you don't want to taste it. And that's what I'm impressed about, because even with this chicken, it's that it all comes together, right? It's definitely, the sauce isn't covering anything up. It's not whatever. It's actually just the best sauce is like mixed with, right? Every now and then I tell my 12-year-old, I'm like, if you put ranch on that, there's going to be some bad things happen. I'm like, just try it before you do that. Sauces are supposed to complement the food. And I can tell that these are formulated to not be the star, to not cover up, to not go in McDonald's chicken nuggies. They are there. I mean, you could, but they are there for when you have something that you want to add that flavor with.
So that is made with cayenne, habanero, and jalapeno. And it is, that's one of my favorites too, the sweet with heat, because it's just enough to give you that little tingle on your lips and just kind of feel it. But yet it's not too hot. It's like Tommy said, it won't burn your face off. It's something that you can really eat and enjoy.
And I like hot stuff, and that is a good medium heat. Like you said, it's nothing crazy. If you're like, oh, I don't like hot stuff, you could manage this. This might be at the top of your range if you're not a hot sauce eater. But for people like me, it's a good medium, good flavor. I got to where I remember my grandpa. I would just go get, like, I know we're getting ready to try some more peppery stuff.
We're going to save that to last.
Okay. But we would do, I would like eat habaneros and ghost peppers. And my grandpa said, he said, I like hot, but it's not supposed to hurt. It's not supposed to whatever. And I think you guys are narrowing down in that sauce that for people that like that spicy heat, right?
Yep.
For people that like that spicy heat, but don't want to get burnt.
Where you, and I've told people before, I said, you know what, we could always create a sauce like Tommy has on this other one he's going to show you up that'll burn your face off. But
and that's why I'm saving it to last. I don't want to completely annihilate your taste buds.
Oh, that's fair.
I want you to be able to taste the other two. So
people can enjoy the food.
Yep.
And this is pineapple, because you were saying, because one thing is I'm noticing the sugar content's not horrible on your sauce either, because you get a lot of them. And ketchup is basically tomato candy at this point. Over the years, it just keeps getting sweeter and sweeter and sweeter. And for people that might have sugar problems or stuff like that, I mean, there is sugar in there, but just looking at the label, it's not horrific.
No.
It's not. It's a good level amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, these two are the fruity ones of the group. And so, you got your pineapple there, and it's not for everybody. You're either going to like it or not. There's really no in between. I don't care for it personally. I'm not a good salesman for it because I think everybody should like what I like, but that's not the case. So I don't eat pineapple on my pizza, and so therefore I don't like that.
Okay.
It's just different.
It's great
just
with
different.
chicken.
It is. It is great with chicken, and I've had it on meat, and it's better than having it, cold on a spoon. But
I'm going to try this again because you said you're going to like it or not, and I'm literally, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah, it's 50-50, and not everybody's going to like them all. And I tell this when I sample it to everybody. It's like if you'll probably like 4 of them out of the group, you probably won't like them all. And everybody's taste buds are different. I like black olives, you don't maybe. And then
I hate
don't
black
care
olives. Yeah.
Bell peppers, I don't care for those, but you may love them. So you just got to put it in people's mouths. They like it. They'll figure out the one they like, and then that's the one they don't.
If you like, let me be diplomatic. If you like Hawaiian type barbecue, you're going to like that sauce.
Yep.
How about that?
There you go. Next one up is the peach. Peach is the same thing. It's a fruitier, taste, and you just got to kind of have an acquired taste for it.
So that one's got a unique story because I was in the process of creating a barbecue ranch flavor, and it was on that journey to do that.
Thank you for not doing that.
Yeah, and I come home one night and Kayla, my wife, said I've got a new flavor for sauce, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I'm not interested probably, but I'll eat it. And she put it on some pork chops, and she cooked it there in the stove, just kind of testing it. And I'm telling you, as soon as I took the first bite, she looked at me, she said, what do you think? I said, that's our next flavor. And I scrapped the other that I was making, went to the bottler and said, change of plans, here's what we're going to do. And I mean, it is incredible. If you put that on pork chops, it is really good.
I can see on a pork chop, it almost tastes more like a glaze than a barbecue sauce.
Goes really good on ham.
Yeah.
Great on ham. Anything pork like that.
I didn't get barbecue sauce from it. I mean, I did, of course, but it like I said, it tastes more like a glaze.
Yeah.
Like this is what, when you're oven baking pork chops, this is what you're going to open the oven and brush it with every now and then. It not necessarily a heavy dipping sauce.
And I mean, it was a really good seller for us too, because it was just unique. Out in the market. But I mean, pork, you put it on a ham, pork chops, whatever. I mean, I was a fan from the first time I tried it. So yeah,
it's not bad.
It pays to listen to your wife sometimes.
No, it is really good. So let's try the hot one now.
Okay, here
that's
you
the
go.
one that I've been excited
You've
about.
asked for it, but here it is.
All right, that's the one I've been excited about.
When I made this, I've got friends that's like, I think they're in some sort of competition anytime they eat this hot stuff. And it's like, I don't want it to just completely knock out what you're eating. You could probably put it on ice cream and couldn't tell it. It's so, so spicy. But that's not the case with this. I scaled it back about 20% because I want to hit the 80% of the people that like it just extremely hot. And so it's got a kick to it. We've done a little play on the words. It's, the Preacher
Holy
Boy's
Ghost and the
barbecue.
Preacher Boy.
So it's made out of ghost pepper. And so we named it the Holy Ghost pepper sauce.
I've not even tried it yet.
Oh, and
so,
you can.
I mean,
You want some?
It's brand new.
Here.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know.
Do you like hot stuff?
I'm
touch
kind of
There you go.
nervous about even trying.
You better
this,
just
so,
start. You better start with a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just try.
There you
All
go.
right, I got a little more than a little
drink,
bit.
Don't get mad.
That's kind of over the top. That's like
No,
yeah.
that's
Way up there.
that's. Cheers.
Good luck. It's pretty good, but so
Wow. Yeah, it's there.
it's there, and and I thought it was too much, and so every time it came out last Monday. So anyhow, I've probably give it to 20 different people, and I thought, man, it's going to be too much. And
What do you think?
I think it's good. It's definitely hot.
Yeah.
It's a little hotter than what I thought because you downplayed it a little bit.
Yeah.
You really get it like right back in here, right? What is that? A bitter criticness of the ghost peppers. Because because jalapenos are sweet. But once you move on from jalapenos and you're doing more of the habanero, the ghost, there's a bitter acidic taste to them. And that's definitely in there. No, it's good.
it's not for amateurs.
Thank you for
No.
putting just a drop on mine.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. Yeah.
No, I love it. I mean, I love it. I think if I had to rank them, the original just stands alone on its own. Definitely the onion. It'd be easier to say I'm not a big fan of the sweeter ones, right? One's more like a glaze, and one's like if you like that Hawaiian stuff. They're really solid, and I think you've done an absolutely amazing job of getting a palate row here. And I think you did an absolute job of not making a ranch barbecue. I am one of the very few people that is anti-ranch, right?
I will tell you, if somebody loves barbecue ranch, what I used to do instead of going out and making it, I just take the original or even the heat, and just put it in with the ranch dressing, and
like
just
the
mix
sprinkle,
it in. I just sprinkle it in with some ranch dressing, and it works great. But I mean, I'm so glad I went with the beach. But that's
no, and this is
a little bit for everybody.
This is really solid. So I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Brian Hash. Is that the pepper one is the pepper one's like, all right. My stomach's going, what did you do? My taste buds are loving it. The rest of me, we'll tell. I'll let you know how that goes tomorrow.
We're good.
But I've had the luxury of traveling all over, right? I've been in Memphis, barbecue, and you got different vinegar, mustard sauces or whatever. For your style of sauce, this is one of the better ones that I've had just anywhere. And you can tell that over the course of the years, I'm pretty sure, I know you well enough at this point, it's not the exact same sauce you started with.
Right.
And over the years, you would be like, let's and I was telling my wife, why your grandma, why you're like, hey, that food was cooked with love. It's not love so much as it's just attention, right? If you're cooking something, if you're cooking a grilled cheese and you just throw it on the pan, it's a grilled cheese. But if you take the time, you get the right type of bread, you get the right type of this, and then you have this amazing grilled cheese, right? And you can tell that process was put into here. And it's such an amazing story that you just like the sauce and you're like, hey, if I have to buy it to keep getting it, that's what I'm going to do.
Sure. Yeah.
That's excellent.
And it comes with the fact that we had a co-packer, Jim, that knew his stuff, had been in the industry probably at that time 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
And he helped me create every one of these. In fact, just like when Danny and Nancy Rose won the Onion, he had them come to the place.
Yeah.
He said, that's what you love, you like it? I said, do whatever they say.
Yeah.
And they worked together with him. I worked together with him on all the other flavors.
Yeah.
I mean, when you got somebody to work with, and it's a team effort. I mean, from the time that started this, and I just want to say this: anybody who may be thinking about doing their own thing, I mean, it may be the next $1 million business. It might not be, but the journey was so incredible. And from family that helped, from a friend of mine from work, she kept the sauce in warehouse and helped do deliveries and gift baskets, through Jim Hughes, who helped create all the different flavors with us, through the marketing people, from people here in town that were just so encouraging and giving me feedback. It's a group effort through this. And I'm telling you, even though I'm not doing it today, people say, do you regret selling? I said, absolutely not. I loved every minute of it.
Oh, yeah.
And to see what Tommy and Kelly are doing with it now, just make it incredible to be able to be something proud of.
Yeah. So Tommy, what we talked, you're opening up because there was a rumor that got back to me recently, so I want to quash that you're opening up a bottling plant. That's not true, but you are on a small scale bottling locally.
So bottling plant sounds enormous, and it's not.
Right. Yeah,
so we're just a
that's
mom and pop
why I
barbecue
wanted
sauce, but
I heard it from a couple people, so I wanted to address that while we're here.
Very good. So actually, we did build our own kitchen out on our place, and it's not a brick and mortar retail store. It's strictly an FDA certified kitchen. As a matter of fact, today I was almost late to this meeting here because today we got the in-person inspection, and so we're fully certified at this point.
Well, congratulations.
So, yeah, thank you. And Jim Hughes up at the lake, phenomenal. Been a great mentor. Couldn't have done it without him. I appreciate him more than he ever knows. But it's a process, and I couldn't have done it without him. And finally, today is the day that we're finally accomplished that. So it's kind of cool.
Absolutely.
So we'll bottle it here in town now.
Absolutely. So we're like, so tell me, I got 2 or 3 quick questions before we finish up. Tell me where I can find this.
So, we're typically at like gas stations, mom and pop little stores, so on and so forth. Various gas stations in town here. I'll name a few. If I leave somebody out, it's not because I did it on purpose, but Phillips 66 on North 5, Champion Express in front of Walmart, Express Stop on East 32, Town and Country in Richland. That grocery store there is phenomenal. They just sell the bejesus out of it. Waltz and Roby's, probably the number one seller out in the middle of the nowhere. And it's incredible, the support and the people that are out there that like it. And when I share it with somebody, I'm like, I'm a corporate pilot, so I'll take it with me on the road, and that's how we ship it all over the country now.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I'll give them a taste, and then it's kind of like giving them the flu, if you would.
Yeah.
They're going to take it home. They're going to share it with somebody. And then they're going to say, where do you get this? And then there's where the online sales come.
So how many stores are you in total?
70, 75 probably right now.
Fair enough, because I know when I called you, you're like, I'm running up and down. I'm, and we're launching this and launching that. So my big thing is you just released. This is probably my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
See?
That it is. You did such a great. Now that my body's not angry at me anymore. That's the weird thing about hot things, right?
Yeah.
I'm still feeling it.
Yeah, I'm trying. Hold on. I'm trying not to sniff in the mic. But anyway, so that's your newest flavor.
That's the newest.
You have some seasonings that we didn't have today, right?
Yep. So we got some, and I don't have any.
Why don't you have them
We're
today?
back ordered. I mean,
Because it's sold out.
Yeah.
Everybody's going like, hey, we've heard about it. We've had some samples. Where are they at? And then, so finally, now that we're certified, then we're going to start mass producing it. But
Absolutely.
it's at Champion Express. It's at Waltz. Right now, I just had to put it out there because I had people that were wanting it immediately. So it's coming probably in the next week and a half. You're going to start seeing it at all the other locations.
So what's next? So in the last year, you've purchased it, released a new flavor, opened a kitchen. I mean, not that that's not enough. New seasoning. Not that that's not enough, but what's next?
Just kind of maintaining, supporting the people that like it, hopefully introducing more people to the sauce, and just starting to put it out there. More than likely, we're going to get with a wholesaler, and they're going to put it on Amazon, some Walmarts and stuff like that. We don't want to get too crazy with it because it is a lot of work.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah.
I'm employee number 1, and Kelly's employee number 2.
I can
and
relate,
that's where it
yeah.
stops. I mean, it's just us.
They're waiting for their girls to grow up so they can become employees.
I get it because you have this small you have this small venture, and I can understand why you, Don, would be like, hey, we're all entrepreneurs here. We're all start a big business that starts kicking our butt, and we have to figure out how to cope with that. And this is such an amazing story. So. Tommy, tell us how we get a hold of you. If we have any questions, do you do special, or like just for more information, somebody watches this and goes, I want some more information about that.
Yeah, absolutely. You can call me, you can look us up on Facebook, Instagram. We're on both of those, take a look at it, share, like us on there, follow us. We've given some updates on this kitchen process on there.
Yeah.
Try to give content, but that'll all take you to the online store. You can make online purchases. We do promotions every now and then. Right now, if you do a $30 or above order, then shipping's free.
Okay.
And so there's been a lot of people take advantage of that. Just shipped some yesterday to Phoenix, and some went out today to Las Vegas. So we're seeing orders take advantage of that.
Absolutely. And I know getting things in grocery stores can be a longer process. So I'm glad you're there, and I wish you guys success. But that's all we have time for. Thank you guys for your time and letting me taste that. If you guys haven't tried Preacher Boy's barbecue sauce, you're missing out. It's literally one of the best barbecue sauces that I've had. It's made here local. It's a local product. And here at Lebanon Now, we love the local. So, and it's not just lip service. It is a good established sauce that's been around for years, and to see the growth is impressive. Don, Tommy, thank you so much. And stay tuned, guys. We'll be back with more.